I think silverware and all the trophies aside, I ideally would like to build a culture where everyone is very secure and happy. So many young players, so many exciting players. And I think the most exciting part about having so many young players is you can kind of mold the team or the culture or drive the culture in a way where you would want the Indian cricket team culture to be.
From the turn of the century, Indian cricket has been blessed by leaders, stalwarts who not only performed on the biggest of stages in Test cricket but also led from the front. If we consider few names, then we must take the name of Sourav Ganguly, who in the difficult of times in Indian cricket helped us recover, and not only recover, to build a team which can win overseas as well as India. Then came Anil Kumble and Rahul Dravid. Under Dravid, we won an overseas test series in England, the last time we won there. And under Anil Kumble, almost in his dire stages of his career, we beat Australia in India and were very competitive while we toured there. A series which was full of conspiracy theories, drama, and a lot of other things which we do not talk about more often. When we talk about Anil Kumble's presence and his significance in Indian cricket, we hardly talk enough about his bowling, his leadership skills, as well as his match-winning contributions. We have often seen that Gautam Gambhir much talked about personality in Indian cricket, have many times glorified the persona of Anil Kumble, that he may have led India in more test matches, but time was not his friend at that moment. After that, the baton was shifted to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, a leader, a legend of Indian cricket. He helped India become the #1 test team for the first time. Then the coach Gary Kirsten termed it as a bigger achievement than the T20 World Cup victory in 2007. We as a cricketing nation have seen many stalwarts in batting and bowling departments until then, but becoming #1 in Test cricket was a huge moment for us, although it happened in our own country. Touring overseas in SENA countries, SENA, as you all know, South Africa, England, New Zealand or Australia, has not been very memorable for us for a long period of time. We have drawn few series here and there, but never been consistent there. But under Dhoni, we went to New Zealand and beaten them, and went to South Africa and drew the series 1-1 there. But after that, collapse came. All of us, the batting stalwarts, were nearing the end of their careers. Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, VVS Laxman, all of a sudden were facing a lean patch in their careers, maybe the leanest. Although Dravid stood up and scored very crucial runs in England, none of them performed in Australia later that year. Dravid and Laxman retired, Sachin followed soon after. And Indian cricket were moving into a transition mode. For all of us 90s kids, that was a transition which we have never experienced before. Watching a test team that does not compromise either of Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar or VVS Laxman was not very easy for us. We were scared. We were not ready to watch our young guns take the field and face the mighty Aussies in their own land, or the South Africans who were at that point of time the #1 test team in the world. Mahendra Singh Dhoni decided, after all that had happened with the Indian test team during the era of 2011 to 2014, where we lost each and every away series, also a home series to England. He then decided during the middle of the Border Gavaskar Trophy in 2014 that he'll retire from the test cricket. And the baton was given to Virat Kohli, a young Virat Kohli, who had only played around about 32 test matches then. I have given this build-up only to rephrase your memories and to give you an idea that being an Indian test captain was never easy. It was never a cup of tea for anyone. It was always a position which had to be earned. Gautam Gambhir, despite being one of the finest batters in that generation, in his generation actually, never got the applause that he deserved at the time. He was twice IPL champion as a leader, but did not get the recognition. Neither did Sehwag, who was later thrown out from the team. So as you can see, never ever the job was taken for granted. So around 2 to 3 weeks back, when we got the news that Shubman Gill was appointed as our Indian test captain after the retirement of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, it did shock us, me personally. Not because that I do not like the player, I love him as a player. Since his under-19 days, I'm a huge fan of his. But Indian test captaincy is a huge responsibility. as I said multiple times before, it does not come easy, and it should not be given to someone who does not respect the job or the position. We are entering into another transition where our stalwarts in the batting department have either been taken retirement or have been dropped from the team. We all know Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane have been dropped from the team 2 years ago, and most probably they won't be getting any chances to come back into the team. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have announced their retirement recently. So there is a void, a huge void to fill, where we need a number 4 batsman. We all know who had batted in that position for us for the last 30 years. It was the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar first, and then it was Virat Kohli. To give justice to that position and score runs and win matches for India, it won't be easy for Suman Gill, who has been under scrutiny in this format for a long time. Suman Gill has been playing for India on an international level for around about 5 years now. He has been constantly getting chances in Test cricket and ODI cricket for around about 3 years now. His ODI form, however, has been superlatively good, where he has been number 1 ranked ODI batter. But his Test match technique, performances constantly has been under scanner. He has not performed well in the Sena countries, as much as we say that he has a lot of talent, grace, elegance, adjectives that the commentators generally describe an elegant batter. But that does not and has not been reflected on the scoreboard, which matters the most. So, what were the options ideally for the BCCI? They had option as Jasprit Bumrah. We all know Jasprit Bumrah over the last couple of years have been facing injuries once in a while, and fast bowlers, if you are not super fit like Patrick Cummins, it gets really hard to manage your workload and to lead the side. As we all know, India is among the big 3 nations who play many tests in regular World Test Championship cycles. We play around about 18 to 19 tests in each cycle, and in every cycle we have a tour to either Australia or England. This time we will face England in England for 5 tests, and Australia will tour to India later in the cycle, where they will also play 5 tests. It gets very hectic in the physical aspect and the mental aspect as well. We need Bumrah in all the formats in crunch situations, and that's why maybe they have thought that they'll not pressurize his body much and will not put extra pressure. Bumrah, as we all know, was very aware of his job when he was in Australia, and he did his job very well, as in when he was given the responsibility. But in the press conferences as well, when he was asked whether he is interested or not in long-term Test match captaincy, he looked quite confident, and he was very assured in his role that was given to him. So I thought that if he was confident and if he is able to play around about 3 to 4 Test matches in every marquee tour, I thought that could have been a wiser decision to appoint him for now. Suman Gill, as we all know, he'll have his time, and he'll need to sort out his batting first. He's 25, age is under his side right now. And first of all, he need to cement his place. We all know in Australia what happened with him. He was unavailable for the first match. In the second match, he came back, scored 30 odd runs in each innings, I guess. And then he scored, I think, 1 in the only innings he played in Gabba. Then all of a sudden, he was dropped from Melbourne, which happened to be Rohit Sharma's last test for India. So if a batsman who is playing a crucial role at number 3, and you are willing to give him the pivotal number 4 position, he must be feeling secure within himself to lead the side. So I thought, and I still think, that they have made a wrong decision in choosing the captain. Who are the other contenders? I think Ravindra Jadeja, in a recent interview with R. Aswin, he had mentioned that he has a last wish of leading India in Test cricket.
One cricketing feat you would like to achieve before you retire?
See, अभी तो एक ही चीज बची है, Test captaincy.
And why not, I ask? Jadeja, the leading all-rounder in world cricket, who has been number 1 for a long time, for over 4 years, I guess. He has given his heart and soul for the country. He has, over the last 6 years, ever since the World Test Championship has started, he has contributed with the ball and the bat in Asian conditions, and in overseas conditions, he has been one of our top 3 batters with the bat. Although he has not been as effective with the ball in overseas conditions, but that does not demean his standards. I mean, he has been effective. He has been our match winner for a long time. So if performance I genuinely think performances should be the topmost criteria in choosing the test match skipper. So if we go by that logic, then I think Ravindra Jadeja and Jasprit Bumrah could have been better choices. Coming to the point where we should argue for Shubman Gill, I think that for some people, for some players, the added responsibility, the added motivation makes them better players. As we all have seen before in the case of Virat Kohli, when he was appointed our skipper, he was averaging around about 39 for India. He had scored around about 8 to 9 centuries for India. But the biggest difference is, when Virat Kohli was announced as an Indian skipper in the red ball format, he was already scoring heaps of runs outside of India. He already had a grandstand Australian tour in 2014. When Virat Kohli was announced as permanent captain from the Bangladesh series in 2015, we all had, although he was not, as I already mentioned, although he was not averaging over 40, he had already cemented his place in the team. He had already the trust, the belief from his teammates and the management. He was already a top tier player in the ODI format as well in the T20I segment. T20 cricket was not the same as it is now today. And the way the format used to behave in that period of time, Virat Kohli was arguably the best batsman in that format as well. So the general consensus was with the BCCI and the management, and we were all happy seeing and knowing Virat Kohli. We were all happy that he was appointed as India's captain because he had earned it. Now, as when I think of Shubman Gill, I feel that the pressure might get into him and it would hamper his own performances. It should not, I guess, because playing in this level, playing over 30 matches, he should be capable enough to handle that pressure. But the only positive thing which I find here is the coach, Gautam Gambhir. We all know what happened in Australia. Gautam Gambhir tried to implement his white ball strategies in Test cricket, where he wanted to put as many all-rounders as he can into the team. This does not work like that. In Test cricket, you need specialist batters and specialist bowlers. And if you have in your team, specialist all-rounders as well. So Gautam Gambhir tried to fill in the gaps. He knew that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma was going through a hard, lean patch. So he wanted to fill the voids. He wanted to play all of Washington Sundar, Nitish Kumar Reddy and Ravindra Jadeja in a team, which does not make any sense. I want Gautam Gambhir to be free of all the noises that surrounds him, to make wiser decisions with Shubman Gill around him, and to pick a team which goes into the ground to win a match and not have any defensive mindset with them. If we see our construction of the squad, then we'll see that we have, for this tour, we have Nitish Kumar Reddy and Shardul Thakur both. I hope they realize that Nitish Kumar Reddy is not your out-and-out all-rounder. He has performed well with the bat in Australia, but Shardul Thakur is a player who has performed really well in the last tour when we travelled England. He is a player we should invest upon and we should back. I know Shubman Gill has led both Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna in his IPL team in Gujarat Titans, but both are different ballgame. Prasidh Krishna, however, got a chance in the last Test match in Sydney and performed very well on a green top, which helped the Pacers. But right now, I see Harshdeep Singh getting a nod over Prasidh Krishna because of his left arm angle. Let's see what happens when the toss do get happen in Leeds on 20th of June. But I'd hope that they would make much better and wiser decisions, because win and losses are part of the game. They will happen. We will win some, we will lose some. But right now, as they have already announced their skipper and made their squad, they need to make the best out of it. They need to behave in a manner where they are thinking about winning the matches. Since this is the beginning of a new test cycle, they should plan according to it. This much was for today, where I've tried to discuss and analyze about the decision of BCCI appointing Shubman Gill as India's skipper, India's test cricket skipper, whether it will be a long-term plan or Gill fails as a batter and a leader and gets thrown out of the team. Time will tell that. But at this moment, I'm a little bit worried about his batting. But for God's grace, if he becomes and emulates what Virat Kohli did a decade ago, then Indian cricket will be sorted for a long time. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video till now. Please subscribe and like this video. If you do like it, please share this video among your friends. And do share your thoughts in the comment box.